Hi guys, and welcome to Real Life with Abby. My name is Abimbola. Thank you so much for stopping by. So if this is your first time on my channel or you've been here before but have never subscribed, can I please ask you to consider subscribing by clicking on the red button, and then if you click on that bell, it turns your notification on, so whenever I post a new video you get a notification. And for those of you that keep coming back, thank you so much for coming back all the time. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you guys. Alright guys, so I've seen this shocking story that I would like to share with you, and the caption is: Nigerian man wills all his property to his 17-month-old son, leaving nothing for his daughters. The plot twist will leave you in shock. So this person called Sheung has posted on Twitter, and I read what his post is. My colleague lost her enormously wealthy dad recently. Upon reading his will, he gave all he had to his 17-month-old son from his second wife, without considering any of his 5 daughters from his first wife. It has been revealed that he is not the biological father of the boy. So the boy he actually willed the properties to is not his own son. I know there is nothing new under the sun, but this is quite shocking. So this person called Otumba Mobayonle Olaoluwa said, but then how are we sure the daughters are his too? Which is quite true, because it sounds so unbelievable. And then Adetola said, I'm not a lawyer, but in a similar US lawsuit I'm too lazy to search for. The judge nullified the will using this test: will the man change the will if he knew the child isn't his biologically? Then he declared the man died interstate and used a court-appointed executor. I hope that can happen, because that was in the US. This is Nigeria, so anything goes in Nigeria. So Dick said, if the will says his wealth goes to his son, all they have to prove is that the kid isn't his son. That is, of course, if this is true. Okay, so that's a possibility. And then Simi Boy said they can contest the will with evidence that the boy wasn't his child and the second wife jazzed him, or he wasn't emotionally fit, or he was running mad when he wrote it. They can use any available loophole. They need a mad lawyer. I'm not sure that excuse of him being jazzed will work in a court of law, but the fact that he wasn't in his right mind, maybe. Probably that will work. And then Ike Nonzo Wesley, jazz has never held up in any law court. In fact, immediately you say jazz, sprite or ghost, you're begging to lose your case. That's exactly what I've just said. Anyway, so Balarabe said this is actually wrong. Claims of witchcraft and juju are not easily verifiable by the scrutiny of judicial proceedings. As such, the law distances itself from them. However, where it is apparent by proof that witchcraft and juju were used to commit crimes against persons or property, the law steps in to punish offenders and protect the society from mysterious machinations. Well, I don't know about that. That could be true, but I don't know. And then Equal Rights and Justice said, in place of juju, the word acceptable to the courts as regards a will is undue influence. An argument can successfully be made that the new wife had an undue influence over him, causing him to lose control of his mental faculties, enough to prevent him from knowing what he was doing. Exactly what I was thinking anyway. So if they are able to prove that this man probably was not in his right senses, then they may have a case. So I'm not a lawyer, it's just my thinking. Those are just my thoughts. So Fumilayo Olukomi said, reminds me of John Grisham's The Sycamore Row. A lesson or two can be gotten from it. And then Simi Boy said, swears, and 2 of his other books that I can't remember right now. So Sugar said, someone should chew that will and swallow it. Actually, the stronger party in Africa takes it all. How can 5 people be defeated by 1 baby? Let them send that woman and her baby packing. Che, how can they send her packing? There's a will. They have to deal with the law first. They cannot just send her packing. There's a will in place, so they cannot do anything about that. They have to go to court. Anyway, Jack Saishi said, see barbaric wickedness in this 2019 when you are not Ramsay Bolton. And then Black Chick said they can contest the will. So Sheung, the person that put the post on Twitter in the first instance, replied, they cannot. So I'm not sure why he said they cannot, but he must have a reason. Maybe they've tried, maybe they've done some investigation and they've been told they cannot contest the will. But there is always a loophole. They need to look for the loophole that they can hold on to. I don't believe they cannot contest the will. There has to be a loophole they can use to contest the will. So Peck Knight replied to Sheung's comments and asked the question, even if they can establish the kid is not his biological son? And Sheung replied, we don't have to be related by blood for you to be a beneficiary of my wealth. And then Black Chick replied, exactly. I said even if he's his son, they can still contest it. So Sheung replied, you cannot contest a will. It is his decision. And then Foreign Baby, laugh out loud. Bro, who taught you this thing? People contest wills all the time. Yes. And Wale the Law said he's a banker. And Lady Voldemort said, good one. I can imagine the man weeping from his grave when he realizes he played himself. Let's just read a few more comments. This person, Hembatan Tylee Guado, said, I am not a lawyer, but I know this. Irrespective of the fact that the boy isn't his biological child, the late man's name is on the birth certificate as the father of the 17-month-old. This makes him the boy's legal father, which is recognized by law. What they should be fighting for is to be willed a portion of their late father's wealth, because the law doesn't discriminate between the sexes. So just saying, reply this person, yes, the law does not discriminate with regards to the sexes, but this is the law of succession. Persons are free to dispose of their assets in a will as they see fit. So the daughters have no legal argument on the basis of their being their father's children. The law of succession does not give children any entitlement to their parents' assets. The daughters may, however, explore other legal avenues, such as, was their father of sound and disposing mind, or was there undue influence when he made the will? A person must make his or her will freely. I suspect the daughters will be in an uphill battle. Daddy accepted the 17-month-old as his child, so even if the DNA proves otherwise, the court would not want to interfere with his clear intentions. It would appear that the daughters will have an uphill battle to find a legal footing. So I'm going to read some of this lady's post. Black Chick, she's got a lot to say. So it said, she said, I said the will can be contested, and it should be. No matter how you look at it, the second wife cannot win unless she's in league with the judge, which is very possible in this country. Man has 6 children, but has willed all his assets to just one, who happens to be the last child too, from all indications. Certain questions. Was he sick before he died? Was he old? Who is the lawyer? How young is the wife? Are there other documents? Are the 5 his biological children? Are there any papers supporting the legitimate claim? We can go on and on with them questions, and Mommy's son is bound to let slip something hidden. If she doesn't, and if she claims mutuality between her and her late husband, there has to be evidence. The court doesn't deal with word of mouth alone. Manipulated audio can be provided. Which is why I said the first wife needs a crazy good lawyer, but even that won't be solid. Good lawyer knows paperwork is everything, so nothing like heart to heart anything here, which is where the question of who the lawyer is. Only a bad lawyer handles law without legal work. So Black Chick has more to say, and then Black Chick continued. If she somehow manages to escape these 2 places, the question of morality can easily be pulled in. The man might have willed his will, but who cares? How can a father leave 5 children uncatered for? The court won't support that unless there is some kind of paper elsewhere, stating solid grounds on which he decided to do such a thing. If there is none, the will can easily be ruled fraud. If there is, a fund will be set up for those children because he's their father and must cater for them. So Mommy 5 still gains if somehow this still plays for Mommy's son, which at this point you can see how hard it will be. They can still contest on 5-1, which is where feminism and equality in distribution gracefully comes into play. Mommy's son can never walk away with everything she would lose. Well, like I said, I'm not a lawyer, so I don't really know much about this. There's something fundamentally wrong in this case. Why would a man abandon 5 daughters? Why would he not will anything to them? Why would he want them to suffer? I don't really understand. Something is obviously not right. It's either those girls are not his children and he discovered they are not his children, and then he decided to punish their mother and decided to will everything to the other woman, to the son. And he may even know that the boy is not his. He may have decided to punish the woman at home for doing something wrong and will all his property to the little boy. He may know that the little boy is not even his son. Anything may have happened, but if these girls are actually his children and he never had any doubt that they were his children, then I think they said don't speak evil of the dead, but he did a wicked thing. Why would you leave your daughters to suffer because they are girls? The obvious reason would be because they are all females and not male. If there was nothing else, if there was no other reason. It's really sad. I never knew this still existed in this day and age in 2019, that some men still feel women are not valuable. It is ridiculous. But there may be something else. There may be a lot more to this story that we don't know, that we are not aware of, and even those girls are not aware of. They may need to ask their mother if anything happened before their father passed away. Something may have happened between the father and the mother that the children are not aware of. They need to dig deep and find out if anything happened. If nothing happened, they need a very, very good lawyer. There has to be a loophole they can use to fight their case. Anyway, guys, what do you think about this whole man willed everything to the 17-month-old boy that he's not his son? Not being his son is not really the issue in this case. It's him abandoning the 5 daughters because they are girls, if that's the reason. Share your thoughts with us. Let's have a conversation in the comment section. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.